We invite the gong 3 times, once in memory of those who have come before us, once in honor of those here today, and once for those of the future. Good morning. On this Sunday, December 29th, 2024, I am Jake Tranter, your service leader for today. We welcome you to the Umpqua Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Roseburg. We welcome you here to be yourself, but not by yourself. Whoever you are, whoever you love, and however you describe yourself or name the holy, you are welcome here. We especially welcome those who are visiting for the first time and those who are returning again. We are so glad that you are here. Please stay after the service for coffee and tea and conversation so that we can all get to know each other a little bit more. Much appreciation goes to our staff and our greeters and our administrator, Genevieve Gonzalez. I would like to turn everybody's attention to the order of service for today. We have a bit of a typo. You'll notice up there right above anthem, there's another set of opening words. Those are from last week. It didn't happen. Just ignore it. Okay. I wanted to ring the gong a 4th time this morning, but it would probably go against the bylaws or whatever. But we have sewer and water again, so you can all use the bathroom, get tea, and everything like that. All right. It is at this time that we would like to move in compassion for those in need who are hungry, ill, and without shelter. Our congregation's service to the larger Roseburg community is to collect our contribution of food and money in support of the fish pantry, and it is a combined effort of several Roseburg churches. Our church offertory will be later in the service, but right now, thank you for your gifts. They will help others. Okay. Thank you all very much for your help. It will help a lot of people in need. Okay, at this time we will be going into our opening words. Come, let us gather in this place of community and transformation. Here we honor the sacred cycle of life and the seasons that shift, the moments that challenge us, and the changes that shape us. Together, we will find courage in the unknown, strength in our shared journey, and hope in the promise of renewal. Let us begin this time with open minds and open hearts, ready to embrace the gift of change. We will now light the chalice with these words. We light this chalice as a symbol of change, a transformation of resilience. May its flame guide us through the darkness of uncertainty, warm us in the chill of discomfort, and remind us that even as we dissolve into the unknown, we are becoming something new, something more. And now please, at this time, rise in body or in spirit for our first hymn, I Am Willing, by Holly Near.
and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of change. There is a hurting in my family, and there is sorrow in my town. There is a panic all across the nation, and there is wailing the whole world round. But I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of change. May the children see more clearly, and may the elders be more wise. May the winds of change caress us, even though they burn our eyes. But I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of change. Give me a mighty yoke to hold my confusion, and give me a desert to hold my fears. Give me a sunset to hold my wonder, and give me an ocean to hold my tears. But I am open and I am willing, for to be hopeless would seem so strange. It dishonors those who go before us, so lift me up to the light of
All right. At this time in the service, we share our joys and concerns with silent or spoken candle lighting. Those of you who have a joy or concern to share, please form a line to my right. And please, if it's a spoken candle, give your name and be brief. We're supported by the voluntary generosity of all who join us. Now is the time for our church offering. We're grateful for your support of our shared hopes and values. We're truly grateful for the gifts we have received and are committed to using these gifts to make a difference in the world and in our beloved community. Please rise, embody your spirit, and sing Spirit of Life. No, from you I receive, sorry.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
And now we have another song. It's listed as an anthem, but it's actually a song that's in your hymnal and is number 1028, and you can rise and join. Yeah, you do.
From the light of days remembered burns a beacon bright and clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirits into faith set free from fear. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze, when a hunger and a passion needs to call us on our way, when we live with deep assurance of the flame that burns within, then our promise finds fulfillment and a future can begin. From the stories of our living rings a song both brave and free, calling pilgrims still to witness to the life of liberty. When the fire of commitment sets our mind and soul ablaze,
And now Jake has a meditation.
All right, everybody, take a nice deep breath. And once again, in through the nose, hold out through the mouth. Close your eyes if you'd like. Feel your body held solidly against your chair. And just continue to breathe. Feel your feet solid against the earth beneath you. Think about where you are right now and the moment you are sitting in. Deep breath in and out. Who is near you? Where are you? Are you surrounded by friends, family, people you care about? Take another deep breath in and out. Sometimes we don't give ourselves the chance to sit in the current moment. We always think about what to do next, what is important that needs to get done, what can be my next source of entertainment. But right here is right now. Nothing is life or death. Your choices are leading you exactly where you're supposed to be. Deep breath in and out. Right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. One final deep breath in and out. Let's sit in a moment of silence together. And now allow yourself to become present in this current moment by opening your eyes. Adjust back to your physical reality. And prepare as I introduce our speaker for this morning. So I would like to introduce Lily. She is a student at Umpqua Community College, pursuing an associate degree in music. As a member of the Umpqua Singers, she performs vocal jazz with a talented group of 9 other students. Raised in Oakland, Lily graduated from Oakland High School in 2023. She is passionate about music and strives to become a professional musician. Please give a warm welcome to Lily Weiser.
Hello. I'm Lily Weiser. Okay. This is entitled Change. I heard the word change spoken in a beautiful way when I was visiting Boulder, Colorado. It was the summer after my high school graduation. I went to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Boulder, where their child caregiver spoke about what their children were doing in the classroom. They were growing butterflies. She spoke about change and its process. She asked the children what grade they were going into and how they felt. The little boy she spoke to was excited to advance to his new classroom. Then she talked about how sometimes we feel uncomfortable when we experience change. We all heard of the process of metamorphosis, the process that takes place when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. This Boulder UU teacher taught me things I didn't know before, about science and about my own emotions. When caterpillars are in their cocoons, the body releases enzymes called caspases that dissolve cells in the insect's muscles and organs, leaving behind only the most vital life-supporting cells. This is a goo, or a soup. The caterpillars now exist until they slowly evolve inside their chrysalis to form a butterfly. This is how we can feel when change is happening. Sometimes this is exciting. I see people around me excited to change into a butterfly. I see people around me scared to turn into goo. And I am a person that feels uncomfortable that I am going through a goo phase. When I'm changing, I am vulnerable. I am fragile. I am goo. Yet it's also something I keep reminding myself of after this short Boulder UU talk. That if I am uncomfortable and I don't know why, it means I'm changing. When I lived in Boulder for these short 3 months, I was extremely uncomfortable. Before this trip, I had moved from my parents' house to my guardian's. I had lived there for a short 6 months. Right before my trip, I graduated high school. I quit my job I had kept for 2 years. And then Kai and I drove 19 hours to Colorado. I was happy because I experienced so much, but I was also extremely uncomfortable every single day. My brother had told me that it was because of change. I knew that much, but I didn't know why it felt so uncomfortable. I felt discomfort in my chest, in my throat. It was like clogging, like I didn't know how to speak anymore. I felt the same thing when I break my own boundaries, or when I know I'm doing something wrong. I was housed, I was alive, so why did I still feel this way inside? That is what I realized from this Boulder UU speech, that I was experiencing my character change, and that I am goo. Every time I focus on the discomfort, I remind myself of goo. And I would tell my brother out loud that I still felt like goo. I was changing. The things that got me away from the feeling of the grapefruit in my throat, goo, was hiking. So every time I felt this overpowering goo, my brother would take me on a hike. Kai said that the only thing I needed to think about was my next step. He was right. It emptied my mind. As soon as I got close to leaving Colorado, I'd become someone new, and I was comfortable with her. Then I crashed my brother's car on the way to a cat cafe to meet my new friends, Eve and Cicely. I never got to the cat cafe, and my friends enjoyed it without me, which is okay. I had to go back to Oregon early. After my flight, I took an Uber to the Amtrak station in Portland and boarded my train to Eugene. On the train, I looked out the window at the flat farm grass, dry and brown, as I cried listening to Chapel Rowan's Pink Pony Club. Hearing her softly sing, "Mama, I know you wanted me to stay, but I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA, and I heard that there's a special place where boys and girls can all be queens every single day." I didn't want to be in a small town again. Since then, I have been rocky. I speak to the young people when I say that we're constantly finding ourselves. That's uncomfortable. We are all goo as we experience more pain, more heartbreak, more love, more learning, more change. I am goo now. I have been for a long time because I don't know myself yet. She's not formed. Things keep changing outside of ourselves, myself, and I'm too young to feel secure. So how do we deal with the discomfort? I spoke about the premise of my Sunday service topic with a friend, and after explaining the premise and these ideas of change that I have about metamorphosis and goo, he asked me, "Is change something you want to control?" I answered honestly, "No." He then asked, "So you don't want to control the things that happen in your life?" Then I chose to reframe my answer. I told him that in my head, there are two types of change: the change we can control and the change we can't control. The change I experienced in Colorado was so much external change and internal change. I talked so much about the feelings that went on inside, the goo feeling of discomfort, because I was changing as a person, because of the experiences I was choosing to have. I chose to go to Colorado. I chose to experience life that made me change who I was as a person. I chose to react in the ways that I did. There are a lot of things in life that are unexpected. After I got back from Colorado, I stayed for a short month at my guardian's house before they told me that I needed to move out. I immediately started looking for a new job, a new sense of stability. I felt like I was balancing on stacks of river rocks. I found what I needed: a new job, a new home, at the UCC dorm, yet I felt more alone. When I moved the first time, I had people to support me: my brother, my guardians, newfound friends that I had, and I had a sense of who I was. This time, I moved in such a short time. I laid down on top of my empty bunk. My first night was in a scattered dorm room, and I felt my heart sink. I didn't know who I could go to. I didn't know who I had. I didn't know who I was. This was so much uncontrollable change happening in what was less than a week of moving and starting a new job. I was still goo. What helped me understand where I was going, was a little bit of support. When I gained friends at work, I felt more stable. When I became closer with Sharon and Charles Barlow Palm from our UU Church of Roseburg, they created stability. What else created a bit of stability? Fostering things that I love. Going to the gym early in the morning before class kept me stable last year. This year, it's learning guitar and being consistent in playing every time I feel sad or unstable, when I feel like goo. In my experience, the goo feeling never truly ends. It comes in phases when I feel like everything is changing, either inside or outside of me, and I have to feel through it, like a wholehearted feeler. Other times, I feel stable in who I am and what's going on around me, which is a rare occurrence in my experience. Yet I remind myself that I'm still young. I think that child caregiver at the Boulder UU, I thank her for teaching me a new way of looking at change. Like I am going through a goo phase, and it won't last forever. I thank my brother for helping me through everything I continue to experience. I thank Sharon and Charles for always being there to talk and never judging me on any decision I choose to make, good or bad, because I am not perfect. I thank Lileen for supporting me and JC for being a grandma. I thank this congregation because it and you have always been stable for me. I would like to end with the Serenity Prayer, and it talks of change and control. It says, God, grant me to the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you.
Now going to open up to an optional sermon discussion. Service.
I'll start off by saying we're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm speaking for myself, and I don't mean to speak for anyone else, but as I look around the room, I don't think anyone would. We're glad you're here.
I can't tell you how deeply moved I am to see you standing up there and telling us what you're thinking about and how you feel, and drawing a circle around us all to be yours. There is a future. Yeah, it's exciting that both of you are doing this service today. And I'm grateful. And I will now start considering various ramifications of being 88 years old as being goo.
Lily, I'm sure you were nervous getting ready for today,
A little bit.
but it is amazing to see how you have grown in your confidence and your ability to stand in front of us and lead us in song and now in thought. And I just love your goo metaphor. And I'm going to suggest to our daughter, the teacher, that she maybe share some of this with her students. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Al.
I think I can get through this. First of all, Lily, I am so proud of you. So, second, I so appreciate the acknowledgement. And also, I think we never really get rid of goo. So it happens. So thank you very much. It's so wonderful to see you up there.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Lily. I think that probably every person in this room is going through some kind of change. And it was a comfort to hear a young person talk about it.
Thank you, Connie.
You're like a rock, rolling down through mud and staying intact, getting up, rinsing yourself off, just moving on. Goo gets left behind, but more goo does come. And I'm amazed at your courageousness, and it's just so beautiful to see you grow in front of us and to have you share yourself with us.
Thank you, Lillian.
I think it's worth mentioning that you ended your talk right at 11:11. Divine confirmation.
Wow.
Anybody else? Thank you very much, Lily.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody please rise in body or in spirit for our closing hymn, Blue Boat Home.
Standing on these mountains and away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue home.
We extinguish the chalice with our closing words. As we extinguish this flame, may its light remain within us, a reminder that change is a constant companion. Though the flame may fade, its warmth and illumination inspire us to face each transformation with grace, courage, and hope. If everyone would join in our closing circle.